How you doing, Ron?
Great, Phil. How are you doing today?
Good. And you're one of our regional managers at Cooper, correct?
Correct.
And so, as a regional manager, are you out there performing service, watching our technicians? Tell me a little bit about what you do out there.
Yeah, I'm out at training techs, helping them resolve problems, and just working side by side.
So your
with them.
knowledge about our mosquito programs and what people can do for mosquitoes is pretty good.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So, when I think of mosquitoes in my yard, are there things that I can be doing, from a mosquito perspective? What should I be worried about?
Well, if you've got standing water in your property, that's one thing to be concerned with. So any ruts that are in your backyard that could be holding water, planters, trash cans, anything that, wheelbarrows, anything in the backyard that can hold water, something you should be concerned about.
So if my kid goes inside, takes one of the margarine containers from the inside and starts making mud pies outside and it collects rain tonight, could it start breeding mosquitoes quickly?
Absolutely, yes. As soon as a female mosquito starts laying the eggs in there, you start developing problems.
Wow. And from a treatment perspective, if I go out, I know that you guys are treating vegetation, I hear. So would it be easy for me to treat the vegetation myself?
No, we use a special equipment to go out there and mist the vegetation and everything. So no, it wouldn't be easy for a client to do it on their own.
And these misters of yours, are they? Can you describe them in a little bit more detail? Are they motorized, or do I pump them up with do you guys pump them up, pressure, or what? How do they work?
Yeah, so they're similar to the type of blowers that landscape guys use to blow the leaves out of your yard. It's similar to that, but it's actually got a water tank on the top of it that we put the chemical into, and with a specialized end piece on the blower, and it actually turns that air into a mist of chemical that we then apply to the leaves and branches.
And so that's where the Asian tiger mosquito typically breeds, correct?
Correct. That's where they'll land and rest before they come to feed on us.
Interesting. And so then the other parts of the property where they have collect water. So in my backyard, I get an area where it ponds up and gets, kind of wet. Do you miss those areas?
Well, not the ground standing water, no, but we have a larvicide called Alticid that will take care of that.
And is that something that's common amongst all mosquito programs from the different ones that I might come across?
There are different types of larvicides out there that I understand that a lot of different companies are using, but we're particularly using Alticid. We
and
get good results.
As I go across and I look at competition, other companies that are doing it, do they all use misters and do they all use larvicide, or am I going to find a lot of different things from different companies?
I believe you would find a couple different things with different companies, but it seems to be this, from what we've learned, the standard is to do misting and to use larvicides. But the difference would be, I think, in a lot of the chemicals that are used out there.
Okay. And the frequency of treatments, is that, is there a reason? I think you guys are, Cooper's doing 3-week intervals. Why did you select 3 weeks?
Well, 3 weeks, that's a good question, Phil. 3 weeks, one is the label on the products requires us to give retreatment due to how long the chemical lasts. The other reason is we were getting callbacks. So if we're waiting 30 days, we're going to get more likely to get callbacks. This chemical is breaking down around 28 days.
And I know Cooper is fairly unique with its entomology team, with Jeff White and Dr. Richard Cooper. I gather they were involved in figuring out a lot of the details when the program is being put together?
Oh, absolutely. Laura Dykes and Rick Cooper worked hand in hand in developing this program.
And who's Laura?
Laura's one of the regional managers in the company, and Laura actually headed up the development of the mosquito program for Cooper Pest.
Awesome. So it sounds like a pretty cool service and a lot to consider. So I really appreciate taking some time with me today.
Thank you, Phil. It was a pleasure.